in all of South Africa's 23,296 voting districts. We are happy to report that the EFF has functional and verified voting districts election task forces in all the 23,296 voting districts. We can boldly confirm that as of the 2nd of January 2024, the EFF has verified and audited 481,649 ground forces who are volunteers in all the voting districts. Which is vital for our nation's income and global reputation is tarnished as visitors face the grim reality of a country unable to provide basic utility services. These are the damages of load shedding that they are trying to cover with lies. The country is facing an unemployment crisis that is now a matter of nation for salaries. We have young, recently graduated doctors and teachers who were funded by the very same state, but today they are told that there are no teaching jobs and there is no money to pay for doctors when there are hospitals and clinics who do not have doctors today. Our nation is in a crisis and must be rescued as a matter of agency. As they await their results, the EFF wish all matriculants well following the 2023 examination cycle. We call on all communities to celebrate those who have done well and encourage those who may not perform at desired level to improve their results and never stop pursuing education. A negative outcome in matric result is not a death sentence, but an opportunity to further emphasize the importance of applying yourself when it comes to it. Through leaked voice recordings for having secret meetings with service providers who have allegedly donated more than 1 million to the SACP during his tenure as the General Secretary. Nzimande has been anti-students ever since he was placed in that department for factional reasons and has established it as his personal wallet, which he uses to practice patronage and enrich himself and his friends. Nzimande must resign, and he must resign now. We, as the EFF, want to assure the people of South Africa that we are here to rescue South Africa from high levels of incompetency, directionlessness, and incapability of the sitting government. The 30 years of the ANC's rule has proven beyond any doubt that the former liberation has no ideological, political, moral, and technical capacity. Not registered, you can register to vote online. We will, on the 10th of February 2024, unveil a detailed Ready to Govern program, which is our manifesto for the 2024 elections. Like all our previous manifestos, our 2024 manifesto is not a document of promises, but real and realizable commitments. We do not make empty promises in the EFF. We make solid, sound, and scientifically proven and based commitments. That's who we are and that's what we represent. We will reveal on the 10th of February that we are the only organization that has a tangible plan to end load shedding and bring back stability of electricity supply in South Africa. We are the only organization that will reveal the fact that we will prioritize water provision to all our communities.
State your name and media house.
Sure. Greetings to the leadership, compliments of the season. It's Mhlanhla Mabasa from Eyewitness News. The first question, CIC, and I'm asking this because KZN used to be a no-go province for the EFF, but I think things changed before and after the 2021 polls. Looking at this year's provincial and national elections, how are the grounds for the EFF in the province, given also some of the things that have happened between the party and, parting ways with other parties and what's not? The second one, maybe this one should go to the DPDP. We've noticed you're now a permanent resident here in the province, of course, working for your organization. Looking at the Department of Infrastructure in eThekwini that you are heading, what are some of the successes that your MMC has been able to deliver, but what are some of the challenges facing the department headed by your party, if any? Thank you. That will be all for now.
Thank you very much. Number 2.
Good afternoon.
It's a party that will be governing. KZN will be actually be a denial. So we must start accepting that the ANC is gone in KZN. Apart from whatever that the EFF is doing, the ANC is just self-destructive and is led by a very I still believe there is something that can come out of him, especially for this province. But if I had this 100% confidence when he came in, for sure I'm now sitting at 75%. And what dropped it drastically was the killing of AKA. Because I was like, they killed him in a wrong province. Them Kwanas is not going to play with them. We found the bullet. We found the car. We found the gun. We found the car. What must we do with that? That kind of information. Basically just calls a press conference with a big head to come and tell us he knows the car and the gun. We're not interested in that. We are interested on that boy who pulled the trigger. That one move, you are out. We're not going to play with you. You cannot undermine the state to that extent, where a state is helpless. We are at a point where the state is helpless. Yeah, in KZN, they even went into a church to rob a pastor in front of cameras, preaching. It can't be this way. 2024 must stop this nonsense. Just try us for 5 years and see how much you are going to collapse your high walls. Because there will be peace. You will want fresh air to come in. You will not be scared. We'll secure the streets. And I mean, if you saw how Magatka was killed till today, now I'm not even sure if those people that are arrested are the correct ones. What? I just gave up. I just gave up. Because I just, something in me just tells me these guys are not willing to solve this problem. Because they know the perpetrators, that's why. And the perpetrators know more about them than they do about the perpetrators. So they live under a blackmail. The way they killed Magatka, it was heartless. And Magatka was also a high-profile politician in KZN and nationally. A friend of mine, when he died, Mbalula rushed to the family and said, Malema must not come here and speak. They refused me to go, and we said in EFF support them. Why? And I said to her, if you sit there, someone says, I'm going to support Malema, you don't stand up. You must know you sold me out. You must just stand up. Hey, lapo, ima. Hey, oh. That must never be said. Don't say that, please. Because they take a platform here, say all manner of things for hands. When they leave, they even forgot what they said. Urman, that issue of Magatka's, which one? But the speech. The people who said they will look after Magatka's children are still alive. Some are ministers, some are leaders. Mbalula is a secretary general. They went to Magatka's home with Sitlezi Galala and said, if you allow this guy to come, we are going to remove that tent. But they did a big tent there for them. And then after that, they left with their tents. They never returned back to that house. So one day I was in Mzimkulu. I went in there to go and check up on the mother of Magatka. She was crying like the funeral is today. They abandoned them. So, we will never abandon Magata's children because he was a comrade of ours. He was not a member of the EFF, but he was a comrade of ours even when he was in the ANC. We had that brotherhood. And that's why these people about Tshwanalebo, Ngizwe, they don't know what we're talking about. They don't know our relationship with this province. They don't know it. That we don't have to be Zulus to be leaders of this province. We led this province when we were young. This is our home. You know, I was sitting with some Indian businesswoman saying to me, I'm the one who took the ANC to Nongoma. He says he did that. And I looked at him and said, I took the ANC to Nongoma when I was very young. The ANC National and the ANC Province released a statement to distance themselves from me and said, we are not part of that Malema. The Youth League said we are going because there cannot be a no-go area. When we went into Nongoma, I was joined behind the buggy by Minister Senzo Mkhulu, who said, we can't leave you here alone. We're coming with you. We were joined by the army. The soldiers came. The IFP tried what they tried. We said, you can't do anything. They threw stones at us. They tried to threaten us. We said, there's nothing like that which is going to happen. That's when the ANC started to break grounds in Nongoma through the Youth League. That was led by us. So we've been canvassing uncanvassed grounds in this province for a very long time. What was that comrade who died? Wandile Mkhize. Those are the comrades we're working with here in KwaZulu-Natal, including the former chairperson here of the ANC, is Mkhunu also, the one who died. John Mkhunu. We worked with John Mkhunu. We worked with this Senzo Mkhunu. Senzo Mkhunu, don't undermine him. Don't look at his tiny body and think, this guy is not. That guy is very brave. Even behind the buggy when we're entering Nongoma, the kind of things that were on his body, I don't want to talk about them. But it was a man that was prepared to do anything for the ANC to enter Nongoma. He's not a very talkative leader and all of that, but very brave, intelligent leader that this province has produced, a dignified someone. So all I'm saying is that we will never ever give up on this province. It's our province. And we're not visitors here. My favorite holiday destination is Durban, not Cape Town. That water in Cape Town is not nice. So Floyd can go that side. I'm here. So, comrades, I think those are the issues. The confidence is at another level about KZN. We're excited. We're happy to be here. We've arrived today. We're going to leave on the 11th of February. So whatever we're doing nationally will be coming from here to wherever we're going and coming back here. So and this stadium will be full to capacity. I can tell you that now. We're not a Mickey Mouse organization. They will be saying we brought foreigners and Nigerians and what, because every time we defeat them, they say we brought foreigners. So I don't know if we've got 56,000 foreigners who are going to fill up this stadium. This stadium is going to be filled up by our people, by EFF people who will not enter a bus if they are not registered to vote, who will not enter this stadium if they are not registered to vote. We have no business with people who are not registered to vote. Even sizofunda ngenkani, every child who's going to come to the EFF student command table to ask for an assistance, you must first present your ID number to check if you are registered to vote. We register you first to vote. If you are not registered to vote, then we help you to enter the university. A lot of students are not registered. When we were campaigning now in PE, Nelson Mandela University, the EFF got more than 8,000 votes during SRC elections. But in 2021, EFF got 200 votes, local government elections, in the same ward where the university gives us 8,000. When we went to check, they are not registered to vote, those kids. And then they turn up on the day of voting because of excitement, say, no, want to vote, they turn them back because they are not registered to vote. And then when we picked that up, immediately we declared war on that university. That weekend of registration, we took a lot of thousands of them to go and register to vote. And then we found a DA councillor who made him, a white guy who made himself an induna of that place. He said, where are these people from? I know everybody here said, hey, when these kids belong to that school and they reside in these places, they are going to register here. So we're going to have a targeted approach on universities, TVET colleges. We must get all of those students out to vote. We must get the youth out to vote. The rally that we are bringing here is no ordinary rally. It's a rally of the elections. We are here to campaign. And anyone who's joining us must be in the mood of campaigning. We do so peacefully, without provoking other political parties. We want peaceful elections because the IFP and the ANC thrive through violence. If you do violence, you'll make them win. We don't thrive through violence. We thrive through superior logic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF. That concludes the press conference of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Thank you very much, President.